Okay, guys. So, thank you first of all, you guys, to being a part of this hackathon. Uh, Really grateful that you guys are helping us out in this. And what we are going to do is today it's just going to be for basic introductory session of, I mean, just an overview of Tezos, not any technical part, because tomorrow, Cryptonomic guys, you are doing the Tezos 101. And I'm only going to tell about basic ecosystem and some basic terms, and then we'll go through the mentor introductions where you can tell a little bit about yourself, your team, your technical stack, and how can you help you the hackers. So that is basically going to be format. And I see a lot of people are joining. Welcome everyone. Uh, Share my screen first. Okay,
Hey,
so
hello, Jignesh.
hi Jignesh. I guess we'll for 2 minutes more until I join. And until then, okay. So this session is hi everyone. This session is going to be recorded, so we'll just start right now. It's just going to be a brief introductory session first, where we are going to tell you a little bit about Tezos ecosystem, and then a little bit about Tezos India, what we do, and then we will take you through the mentor introductions part, and then what is going to be next, what we have planned for coming days, and then we will have some concluding remarks. So I guess I'll just start. Okay, welcome everyone to Tezos India version Harappa Online Hackathon. This is the first time that we are organizing a Tezos Hackathon in India. We have done multiple events and multiple workshops in India in the last couple of months, and we've seen a great participation and great enthusiasm from all students and developers across the colleges and universities. And a lot of people had asked us that when we are coming up with some sort of competition or hackathon which can reward the developers and students for their efforts. So that's how we came up with the idea of Tezos India online Tezos hackathon. So first of all, I'm sure many of you guys must have heard about Tezos through some online channels or some workshops or events in your area, or maybe you are hearing it for the first time. And so first of all, I would like to welcome you to Tezos. How we are gonna go about today is first we're gonna have a brief introduction to Tezos India. What is Tezos India? What we do, and then about Tezos, I'm gonna give a brief non-technical overview, some basic terms, and what has happened so far in last couple of months and years in Tezos. And then we are gonna move to mentor introductions, where all the mentors that we have from amazing teams, they're gonna tell a little bit about themselves, their team, their technical stake, and how they can help us. And then we are gonna move to concluding remarks, where we'll get to know what is next, what we are gonna kind of stuff, and what kind of quizzes or sessions we have to come up. And then on the Discord channel, we are gonna announce a basic trivia quiz, a basic general knowledge quiz for Tezos, where winners will be getting rewarded with Tezos tokens. So, I'm Om Balvir, Director of Tezos India Foundation. We started the idea of Tezos India Foundation in September 2019 when we did one of our first event, and we saw a great enthusiasm, great participation in community community event and the university workshop, and that was also the time when Indian blockchain sector was emerging really well and the community was thriving. So we came up with the idea of Tezos India Foundation to support and promote the Tezos ecosystem growth in India. So what we do is our goals are defined in three ways mainly. First is education, where we partner with universities, local developer communities, and and events where we teach students or developers about Tezos protocol, how to deploy and develop smart contracts of Tezos, and uh, other elements of Tezos. So this is these are some pictures of one of the first workshop that we did in Delhi Technological University, and it was an amazing success for us. Second thing that we do is meetups, where we have identified 7 tech hubs in India, and we organize frequent meetups in all of these tech hubs. And apart from the meetup, we also partner with some good events such as Genesis DevCon. These are just the pictures of some meetup that we did. And apart from just the meetup, we also partner with startups or projects or corporations who wants to build on Tezos or who wants to integrate with Tezos. So this was one of the partnership with Genesis DevCon, which was India's one of the biggest blockchain developer conference, where Tezos was one of the main sponsors, and we did give a workshop to 40 plus people, and we there were also a main talk by President of Tezos Southeast Asia. So this is how we try to help support the local ecosystem and the other partners in India. Second, apart from that, the main thing is the opportunities for developers and students. So Tezos has really great incentive alignments for developers and anybody who wants to build on Tezos. So there is a really vibrant grant ecosystem in Tezos. So anybody who has an interesting idea or who wants to benefit the community by building any sort of developer tool or research and development, then we help them providing guidance and support to apply for a grant to Tezos Foundation. And the second thing, because grants are a huge thing where, the amount that is involved is usually bigger, but for small developers or people who want to involve in Tezos and also want to get rewarded for the same, for that we are coming up with multiple hackathons. This being the first of them, where we excellent project ideas who wish to participate in global Tezos hackathons. So what that means is, if you are identified as a good project in Indian Tezos hackathons, then we might also support you to participate in the global Tezos hackathons. There were many plans for the global Tezos hackathons, but due to this Corona pandemic, many things are on hold. And this third thing that we are seeing as of now as well is network building in a global community. So Tezos has a really amazing network all continents, all across the countries, where you get to know amazing mentors, amazing developers, amazing people, community members to exchange the ideas and build on Tezos. So it is also a really great opportunity for developers. That was a basic about Tezos India Foundation. And if you want to host next Tezos event at college or university, whenever this thing is over, you can reach out to me or you can reach out to our website, TezosIndia Foundation. So just a basic overview of Tezos India Foundation. So this was just about Tezos India Foundation, and how we got into Tezos was that our early founding members of Tezos India Foundation, we were already believers of Tezos. We had already seen how much activities and development has been happening on Tezos, and Tezos is an ideology and philosophy in itself, apart from being a really robust technology. The first white paper of Tezos was published in 2014 from Arthur Brittman, which is a pseudonym which is used as Alan Brittman. And it was also the same time when Ethereum code base was published, I guess. And then in 2017, Tezos closed its initial coin offering ICO, with raising $232 million. It was one of the biggest ICOs that happened during that time. And now let's just go through some basic Tezos terms, which is you're gonna heard a lot in the Tezos ecosystem or in the Tezos community or as you go. So one of the things that Tezos is called as cryptographic amending ledger in its white paper. So what is self-amendment? Self-amendment is a process where a protocol can amend itself without the need of any fork. So basically, with on-chain governance, which is sort of like an on-chain democracy, a protocol will upgrade itself to a new state of ledger. That is a self-amendment. Then the self-amendment and the formal verification, these terms that we are talking about are so formal verification is also a feature of Tezos, which is basically a mathematical proof of correctness that makes sure that your code does exactly what it's supposed to do. And formal verification in Tezos is enabled by Michelson, which is its native machine level language. And Tezos uses like proof of stake mechanism for its network. It is called liquid proof of stake. And in Tezos, baking is similar what mining is to Bitcoin. So in Bitcoin, you have mining in order to mint new Bitcoins. In the same way, in Tezos, the term is called baking. In other proof of stake network, it's called staking. So as in the last session, because you guys must have known about proof of stake and proof of work. So Tezos uses proof of stake, but its proof of stake mechanism is called liquid proof of stake. Basically, what it enables is greater decentralization, and it enables countable governance. Then you have some terms in Tezos like cycles. So cycle is basically every cycle equals to 4,096 blocks, where each block has to take minimum 1 minute of time. This is just a way of measuring time. Then in Tezos, one role is equal to minimum amount required to start staking, which is called baking, which currently is equivalent to 8,000 days, and that is also equals to one goal. So I know many of these terms might be confusing, but as you attend tomorrow's Tezos 1 hour session, I hope many of these things will clear out. But these are just some of the terms for to get familiar with Tezos terminology. And as I mentioned, baking is equivalent to staking in Tezos, and minimum amount that is required to start baking is currently 8,000 Tezos, which was lowered with the self-amendment process. It used to be previously 10,000 days, and now it is 8,000 days currently. And what are delegators? So delegators are the users who don't want to participate directly in the consensus protocol. So they can delegate their rights to vote to bakers, and that process is called delegation. So still now, Tezos has done 3 self-amendments so far. First self-amendment was called Athens, which lowered the minimum amount required to start baking from 10,000 days to 8,000 days. And the second was Babylon, which brought a lot of unique changes to the Tezos protocol. And the third one was recently done, which is called Carthage, and it has also brought us very unique changes and made the protocol more efficient. So it was a lot of terminologies and many other stuff that still takes some time to digest and get familiar with. And I'll share the presentation with you guys also and many other sources to get familiar with these terms and technologies more. So Tezos Foundation holds the money, holds the fund that was raised during initial coin offering, ICO. And since then, since the ICO, Tezos ecosystem has grown across multiple countries with having active presence with local Tezos chapter. So you have Tezos Commons, which is in the United States, community organization, and you have TQ Tezos, which is operational entity based out of New York. Then you have Tezos Israel, Tezos Ukraine, Tezos China, Tezos Southeast Asia, Tezos Brazil. Then we have Tezos India Foundation, Tezos Japan, Tezos Korea. Apart from that, there are a lot of local community chapters as well, like Tezos LA, Tezos Boston, Tezos Malta. So if you can check out the entire community overview on Tezos Foundation website, which is a really huge community which has grown rapidly in last couple of years, in last 2 years. We, you know, apart and it was ecosystem. In order to interact with Tezos, the basic thing that you require is wallets. So the wallets in the Tezos ecosystem there are a lot of wallets, but some of the main are Galleon, which is by Cryptonomic, and then there's AirGap. Django also recently added support, and Atomics is supported by Baking Bag. Two of these wallets teams are already here with us, and they are mentors of the hackathon. For baking, baking, as I told, is equivalent to staking. But if you want to have a visual overview of baking, what it is, how it works, then you can check out Baking Pad. Baking Pad is Tezos delegation auditor. Then you have My Tezos Bakers and TezosNotes.com, which gives you the rating of bakers and many other stats about their efficiency and yield and stuff like that. Then they have explorers. So if you want to play around on Tezos blockchain and you just want to explore some contracts, some random contracts, or some basic operations, then you have some really amazing explorers. We have Tezos Stats. And each explorer has its unique property. Each explorer has its unique use case and unique scenario. So you can check out Tezos Stats. Then we have Aeronex, which is again by Cryptonomic. And then we have Better Call Dad, which is from Baking Bag. And then TasteBlock, which is from AirGap. So we have got two of these explorers developer team here as mentors. So if you want to start with Tezos, you guys can go to developers.tezos.com, and there you can find out multiple languages and libraries. So right now, currently, the Lego and the SmartPi are widely used in the Tezos ecosystem, and you can find some really good resources on the internet as well to start developing on both. And then you have many libraries to interact with it. Like you have Console.js, there's JavaScript libraries, you have ConsolePy, Python libraries, and then you have Node.js Cloud. And I mean, I'm sure all of the mentors are gonna tell you more about the technical stack so that you can get more familiar about how to start development. Apart from that, the big projects that have been being developed on Tezos are really great. So one of them is BTC Factual, which is one of the largest bank in South America. They are tokenizing assets worth $1 billion on Tezos blockchain. Then French government, cybercrime division of their national police force, they are using Tezos smart contracts for validating their expenses. Then you have elevated returns. They are also tokenizing 1 billion per of real estate on Tezos blockchain. So you can see that there is a lot of interest coming up from institutions all across the world to tokenize assets on blockchain Tezos. And these are just not limited to it. There are many amazing projects out there who are also using Tezos blockchain to provide tokenized assets such as Vertello, Securitize, TokenSoft. These were just the big ones. So if you want to start with Tezos, I mean, already we'll be posting uh, many resources on Discord channel, and if you want to start with Tezos interactive with Tezos, we have multiple communities and multiple platforms. Like you can ask questions on Stack Exchange, Reddit community, which is also very vibrant Tezos community we have there. You can also ask questions on Riot. Riot also has some very active members. If you want to find out about research and development that is happening in Tezos, you can check out Tezos Agora. If you want to learn about Tezos in easy way, you have TQ Tezos, which is Tezos Wikipedia. I'll be sharing all of these links as well. And if you, then there is also Tezos Capstone.com, a course by Tezos Commons. You get started with Tezos. So this was just a basic idea of Tezos. And if you have any doubts and questions till now, you can ask in the chat, and then we can move to the mentor's introduction. Any questions so far? Okay. Is self-amendment something like force update? No, self-amendment is not something like force update. It is more like when all the validators or all the stakeholders in the ecosystem, they come together and they vote on a proposal. And when the 80% of the supermajority is achieved and quorum is met, then the proposal gets to the next phase. So I'll also share a video with that, but self-amendment is not like a force update. It's more like, you could say, parliament, where you propose a proposal and then everybody votes on it. And when the majority is achieved, then only the proposal gets to the next phase. Are there any Indian companies working with Tezos? So yeah, there are a couple of startups that are working with Tezos. So we have Tezos India that is working with Tezos. We have InBlocks. Some of the projects are in stealth mode that we are helping them out to start working with Tezos. We have also one Indian bakery, Yield Wallet, which is based out of Chennai. They are also working on Tezos. Apart from bakery, they are also working on some other stuff. So yeah, they are, and we are also in talk with some enterprises who are also willing to explore the Tezos. So as soon as this pandemic thing is over, maybe we'll be announcing some more stuff. Second is there any test net? Yes, there are multiple test nets out there, and multiple public nodes where you can test out your smart contracts or transactions. Anything else? Yeah, the test net is, we will also be, in this session and coming session, we'll also be explaining and giving you instruction on how to set up your project on testnet and how to interact with them. Okay, how does the token staking and delegation work? So I'll just tell you in a brief. If you are holding Tezos tokens, you can delegate it to any baker or staker, and they will bake on your behalf, and you transfer your rights. You don't transfer your token exactly, but you transfer the rights to bake on your behalf to that baker. And to start the staking, or baking, once you have 8,000, that was just a brief, but anything else? I'll share one resource too. I'll share the Tezos Wikipedia as well in the channel where you can learn more about Tezos staking in addition. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. I'll just give a brief introduction from myself to our mentors, and then we'll move to mentor introductions. So, first of all, I would like to thank you all of the mentors who are here today with us, who are present here to to help all the developers and participate build some great projects on top of Tezos. So all of our mentors, they have been in the Tezos ecosystem since the very beginning, and all of them have built some amazing tools and amazing technology softwares to help the community in general to interact with Tezos, and we are really thankful to them. So first we have here is Cryptonomic. Cryptonomic, we have already done a session in Hyderabad with Cryptonomic, a meetup we have done in Hyderabad, and it was an amazing great session. And time to time, whenever we have required any help and any technical help, Cryptonomic has been great support. Then we have Baking Bed here, and Baking Bed, Baking Bed are really cool team, because I'm actually personally always very excited to see their new logos during some festivals of Christmas. Really amazing. And Baking Bed is based out of Russia, and they've been actively they've been active in the Tezos ecosystem since the early times, and they've also released some amazing tools to get to know your baker really well, and they've created a really amazing baking infrastructure of Tezos. Then we have Stove Labs. Stove Labs is, they have also been part of Tezos since quite some time. And Stove Labs, I guess they are not present here, but Stove Labs has also been involved with development of a language called Lego, and they've also built some great tools to help out developers. Then we have Madfish. Madfish Solution is a really great team. They were emerged out of the hackathon itself. They built a great solution in the hackathon, and after then, they got funded. They got a grant from Tezos Foundation, and now they are actively developing that tool. And we have Tezos, Jignesh from Tezos here. Tezos also started in the very early. It's been, I guess, already 1 year since the Tezos started, and they've been also very active in the Tezos ecosystem. Then we have SmartPy. So SmartPy is also SmartPy is a Python-like framework on top of Tezos, and they built one of the most widely used language framework on top of Tezos. And we also SmartPy and Cryptonomic, both of them have good collaboration in their language. So we have help from each of them. Apart from that, let's get to the mentor introductions. And I guess for Stove Labs and Medfish, maybe the timing is about it, or maybe they were stuck. Maybe they are stuck somewhere, but we'll have them have a pre-recorded video for you guys in the Discord channel. So mentors, what I'll do is I would like you guys to introduce each one of you, and then I'll tell a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your team, and what kind of technical stack you have, or just anything that comes in your mind, and your Tezos story. That would be great. So, Cryptonomic, you guys.
I guess I'll go first. First of all, can you hear me?
Yes.
So, hello everyone, I'm Vishak. I'm from India. We're normally based in Brooklyn, but we have team members all around the world. So we've been quite focused on Tezos for a while. We've been sort of generally following Tezos for a long time, and we've been involved since 2017 when the Tezos fundraiser happened. We've been doing meetups, we've been building with Tezos, we've been doing a lot of ecosystem activity. That's why we're here, because we'd love to help you guys build Tezos tools and projects. So Cryptonomic builds a variety of development and deployment tools. Right now, they're all focused on Tezos. So if you go to our website and you click on the developers page, you get more information about it. We also work at the intersection of technology and finance. A lot of us have long backgrounds in the financial industry. So we're able to have, we're able to bring our dual expertise and build all kinds of cool finance related projects. So, and as I said, we were excited for a long time following the progress of the Tezos project. And since we've been involved since the early days, we've been part of the evolution, watching it change, watching it kind of start from, one of the many competing blockchains out there to one of the absolute major ones. And now I think the wider public is seeing that Tezos is a very compelling platform. And now we see maturity across the tool set. So if we did this hackathon a year ago, things would have been a bit more raw, more challenging. But now finally in the year 2020, it's possible to get up and running, start building really good products, really good tools. So our tech stack, once again, if you go to our developers page on our website, you can have a look at everything we're working on. We have a handbook online. It's quite basic, but it gives you all the essential information. And obviously we're around on Discord, we're around on our own Riot channel for any help, any information that you need. We're very eager to help anyone who wants to build with Tezos. We've helped people across the world. We had our own online hackathon last year. We had two brilliant teams from Cameroon with zero Tezos knowledge come in and build really good Tezos related projects within 4 days. So I'm sure India can do as well. And given it's 2020 and the tooling is better, maybe the Indian teams or the other teams from across the world also do an even better job. So, we touch every aspect of Tezos, so we're willing to help you with any aspect of the projects that you're working on. My fellow cryptonomic mentors will tell you the same. And especially, we have bounties up to $1,500 total. So we have all kinds of bounties, whether you're front end, back end, smart contract developer, whatever you are, you can probably make some money off this hackathon project. And, in this challenging time, New York has been on lockdown for a while. India is, has a essentially 3-week lockdown. I saw participants from other parts of the world, like France, and I'm sure you're experiencing the same. It's a challenging time, but it's good to have something exciting and something engaging to work with. And if there's a monetary incentive on top, I think it's great. It's the right event for the right time. So I encourage you to embrace this new platform. Some of you might be coming from Ethereum or Bitcoin or maybe even EOS or something. There's a little bit of an adjustment period because Tezos has a more intricate protocol. But I promise you, once you get used to it, once you learn about the basics, you're going to have a great time. So I'm looking forward to talking to you all. Please don't hesitate to reach out. We are ready to spend hours and hours of our time to help you. So looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Shah. Yeah, to Mike.
Yeah, let me just quickly add to what Vishak said. You're going to hear my voice a bunch more in the coming couple of days because I'll be doing some workshops with you guys, introducing Tezos in more detail and introducing our stack and actually walking you through doing some application development on top of Tezos. To Vishak's point, we are very interested in helping you guys be successful with your projects. So to that end, we have a bunch of documentation, code samples that run out of the box and things of that nature. So at the same time, if you've tried something, especially if it's based on samples we provided and it does not work for some reason, do reach out. We're very active in the various forums and we will try to help. But we do try to be certain that our tools are actually quite functional and do work as intended. But yeah, I'll be talking to you guys the next couple of days. I'm glad you're all here.
Thank you, Mike. To Jignesh now. Jignesh, can you just tell a little bit about yourself and give a brief introduction?
Sorry, do we have Navi around?
Oh yeah, very.
I guess not.
Yeah, hey, hi guys. So yeah, I'm Jignesh and I work with Tezos and I started working I think a year back with Tezos and I also am very much active in Tezos ecosystem in India, right, where I get a chance to like talk to people from our top institutes, right, like IT Bombay and NSIT and all those things, right. So I got a good chance to kind of interact with all of them, right. Talking about my background, right, so I have like pretty much good experience on I had worked on Ethereum and then I have developed a lending platform on Hyperledger Fabric. So I had worked extensively on Hyperledger Fabric as well before coming to or before starting on Tezos, right. I got to like I got to like a chance to work on Tezos, right, last year when I came in contact with Om and Burn, right, at Tezos, and then like I learned Tezos, and the best part about Tezos, right, what I feel is it's a truly decentralized platform, right, where nobody, like not a single person or not a single entity, right, which kind of controls everything, and yeah, the community, right. Though let's say you can say that it's small compared to let's say other blockchain platforms, right, but yeah, it's amazing community support, right. Wherever like you are stuck, right, you just reach out to anyone, right. We have guys from different let's say projects, right, like Cryptonomic and then SmartPy and Backing Bed and all, right. So you reach out to anyone and they like they'll be able to help you very quickly, right. So that's the best part about let's say this community that I've felt, right. And going back to the tech stack part, right, so I myself have worked on end to end on a whole stack, right, where you give it web development or you say app development, right, and your then normal scalable services, right, with SQL and no SQL DBs and all, right, and then how to let's say integrate your real world applications, right, into your blockchain platform, right. So given that I have experience building blockchain products, right, I'll be kind of able to help you out on any of the use case that you are trying to build, right. Be it let's say it could be as simple as a Chrome extension, or it could be any D app, or it could be a DeFi application, right, where you need let's say some help on integrating your wallet into your web development or app development, right. So for any of those kind of things, I'll be like kind of able to help you out, right. So feel free to reach out to me, right. And on Tezos Tech also, like I've extensively worked with SmartPy and Conceal.js, right, and at Tezos, right, we are currently using both of them, right, very extensively. Day in and day out, we use them to let's say get things done for our platform, right. So yeah, you can anytime you can reach out to me or Om or anyone, right, from Tezos team. And yeah, as Vishak said, right, this could be the best time to kind of work on or and then the kind of bump up our game in let's say tech world or a blockchain world, right. So there is no time better than this. We are staying at home, right, we have a full like family support and everything, and it's time to learn and grow. So yeah, welcome everyone, and we'll be active on the Discord, and yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's build something.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you, Jignesh, for the introduction. Moving over to Max from Baking Bed. Max, can you tell a little bit about yourself and the Baking Bed team and just in general?
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hi.
It's Max from Baking Bed. If someone here hasn't heard about Baking Bed team, we are friendly developers and crypto enthusiasts creating cool things for developers and for the entire Tezos ecosystem. Our team consists of 12 people. We are from Russia, and most of us are strong developers with rich experience. Our main projects we are working on are Baking Bed, dashboard plus website, TZKT blockchain explorer, better called Dev Meta Explorer for smart contracts, and Atomics. It's multi-currency wallet with built-in atomic swap-based exchange. With True, atomic swap. There are also several tools and SDKs for Python, .NET, and Michelson developers. So you can find more details on our website. We have been in Tezos from the very beginning. We were so much inspired by that very promising and innovative project with the best community in the world. So we decided to be a part of it, to participate in its life and its development, and make it a better place for developers, users, and everyone. So after some time and hard work, we received our first grant from Tezos Foundation. That was a crucial moment because we realized that Tezos Foundation is really care about Tezos. They really want to support good developers and bring more projects into ecosystem to make it strong, powerful. It's huge, and thanks a lot for that. So as for us, our stack is quite diverse. We have several sub teams in our entire team, and in general, our stack is C#. It's mostly .NET Core and ASP.NET Core, etc. It's Python, JavaScript, Vue.js, Golang, etc. We are happy to help everyone with using our projects, our tools, and SDKs during that hackathon. We are also ready to help everyone with understanding the Tezos blockchain in general, like how it works, how to use it, which is the pros and cons, etc. Well, I wish everyone fell in love with Tezos just like I did 2 years ago. And I wish you to find a great idea for a project on Tezos, implement it, win a hackathon, and continue working on it. And most importantly, have fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Max, for the introduction. We also have Michael from Breaking Bad. Michael, can you also give a brief introduction?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for having us. I'm from the backend team as well. As Max mentioned, we are one of the major Tezos ecosystem contributors so far. And we also maintain several developer tools. The most known is our Smart Contract Explorer, which I hope will be useful for debugging your contracts during the hackathon and for demonstration purposes. So feel free to reach us in the Discord. Also, we have some tools that are deeply integrated with Jupyter notebooks. The tools that allow to feel some interactive experience and write Tezos contracts, deploy contracts, interact with contracts, and make some chain analysis using just your browser. So in the upcoming few days, I will release like a short video tutorial where I will demonstrate how to use this tool with the maximum outcome. Again, join our Discord channel and tune for the news. Well, in general, I wish everyone having a good month of hack. Good mood, and take care of yourself. So see you around in the numerous chats, and I hope also upcoming webinars. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Michael. We also have Navi. So Navi, you missed out the introduction, I guess. Can you also give a brief introduction for yourself?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was there. I was just, you weren't able to see or hear me. But yeah, I'm from Cryptonomic. And I'm so excited to be able to help everyone if you need any help with coming up with designs for anything that you're working on, or even just working through any UX problems. Yeah, I'm just excited, and let us know if you need help.
Now we have Matesh and Stan from Stove Labs. So I would love to invite you guys to give a brief introduction of yourself.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
going
you
to go first.
Oh yeah, go first.
Yeah, so my name is Mathieu. I'm from a company called Stoll Labs. We have been the part of the Tezos ecosystem for about a year now. We do smart contract development and everything around it. So if you have any questions about anything related to smart contracts on Tezos, we'd be happy to help you out. And I'll let Istvan tell you the rest.
Oh yeah, so specifically smart contracts written in Lego. And when it comes to solution design, blockchain specific problem solving skills, please reach out. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Istvan. And yeah, we are basically based in Europe, in Vienna. So hello from here. And yeah, don't hesitate in, we also have a starter project in, a template that you can fork and get started with an integration for testing. So we will post also the link later on for everyone to grab from our GitHub. I think that's a very good resource to get started. Okay, that's from my side, and I wish you success in the hackathon.
We can't hear you.
Okay, thanks for such a great introduction, guys. I thank you, all of you guys, all the team, all the mentors for being here, for giving time to all our hackers to introduce yourself. This was the mentor introductions, guys. I hope you got to know all your mentors and all the teams better. And so what's going to happen next is, after this session, I'm going to post a quiz, a basic general quiz on Discord channel. You can Google it out. You can read more about the on internet to answer those questions. And the winners, they'll get some, not a lot, but some Tezos tokens, just for the active engagement. And be very active in the channels, guys. Be very engaging. Ask as many questions as you can to these mentors. It's amazing. They have amazing support. And try to talk to each, and we are all there. Try to talk to each one of them. We are all really happy to help you. Tomorrow we have Tezos 101 session from Cryptonomic, and they are going to tell you about Tezos 101, all the basics of Tezos and how to find your way around Tezos, how to get familiar with it. Today, it was just maybe a trailer with some basic terms that maybe you didn't get really much, but tomorrow you'll get the entire Tezos 101. And there is also going to be more session in the coming weeks or coming days. And you can, be very active, be very engaging, and keep asking a lot of questions, and do submit your projects and make some great projects by the end of this hackathon. I'm telling you again, there is a massive prize pool for this hackathon. We have 5 lakh Indian rupees worth cash prizes, which includes also cryptonomic bounties. So we are also gonna give a proper overview of all the bounties in coming days. So if you build some really great projects, you can win some amazing prizes. Until this lockdown is over, you will be literally getting out of a lot of money. And apart from that, if your project has some great some great value, if your project is really exciting, then you can also talk with a foundation to take your project to the next stage. We also have some partners in India and also in other parts of the world to support your project to get into the next stage, such as incubation support or any other kind of support. And you guys will also be able to, some exciting winners, some exciting projects will also be able to attend T-Quorum Global Summit, which happens every year in New York City. This time it might be a little bit postponed, but you'll also get a trip to that. So, and there's also rewards, some sort of rewards for each project that is going to be submitted. It could be merchandise, it could be some cool cool vouchers or some cool other opportunities, but we're gonna come up with some sort of incentive or some sort of reward for every project that is gonna be submitted to the portal. I guess with that, I would like to ask you guys if anybody has any questions. You can ask us now. Questions, guys? We are always there in the Discord channel. You can always ask. Feel free to ask us any question there. Don't be shy. Don't DM me personally that okay, I want this help with this tool or this tech. You can just, ask in team channel always. Or I could also direct you to the right person always. Okay, I see no questions so far. All right, guys. So I'll just add some concluding remarks. Thank you, all of you guys. Thank you, Waking Bad. Thank you, Stall Labs. Thank you, Cryptonomic. Thank you.
A question just popped up.
Sorry?
I think a question just popped up.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow will be a basic hands-on session of Tezos. So tomorrow will be more of an introductory session on Tezos. And I'll also be sharing agenda exactly soon by tonight. That what kind of session it will be. You're going to have Tezos 101, then you will have a Tezos 102. So Tezos 102 is also going to be macroeconomic, and there you're going to have some good hands-on practice and a very interactive session on Tezos. So basically, it's going to be a combined deal, which will make you a lot more familiar, and you will be able to have practice a lot of Tezos after both the sessions. Any other questions? All right. Okay, thank you all the teams, again, all the mentors, all the amazing people to be here. Thank you all the participants to be here. This is going to be recorded. I'm going to post it on the channel as well. So feel free to tell any of your friends or any other participant who missed out this session. And have a nice evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you again to all the mentors.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Okay.